IELTS Speaking Part 1. Shopping. Question 1. What do you usually shop for? Model answer. Band 6 answer. I usually shop for clothes and daily things like shampoo or snacks. Sometimes I buy books, too. I like simple fashion, so I don't spend too much time choosing. Band 7 answer. I usually shop for clothes and daily necessities like skincare products or food. I prefer simple and comfortable fashion, so I often buy casual items. Sometimes I also enjoy looking for stationery or small gifts for my friends. Band 8 answer. I often shop for clothing and lifestyle products, such as skincare, books, and home items. I like things that are both practical and aesthetically pleasing. For instance, Japanese brands that focus on minimal design really appeal to me because they match my simple lifestyle. Question 2. Do you often go to malls? Model answer. Band 6 answer. Not very often. I go to malls maybe once or twice a month. I usually go there when I need to buy many things at once. Band 7 answer. I go to malls sometimes, maybe a few times a month, when I want to shop for clothes or meet friends. It's convenient because everything is in one place, like restaurants, shops, and cafes. Band 8 answer. I don't visit malls frequently, but I go occasionally when I need to buy several things or spend time with friends. In Japan, shopping malls are quite comfortable because they often include cafes, bookstores, and even small art exhibitions, so it feels like a nice place to relax, not just to shop. Question 3. Do you shop online a lot? Model answer. Band 6 answer. Yes, I shop online quite often. It's easy and fast. I usually buy clothes or small things from websites. Band 7 answer. Yes, I shop online quite a lot, especially for clothes and daily items. It's really convenient because I can compare prices easily and read reviews before buying. I think online shopping saves a lot of time. Band 8 answer. Definitely, I shop online quite frequently because it's efficient and gives me more options. I often order clothes, books, and even groceries online. In Japan, online platforms like Rakuten or Amazon Japan are very reliable, and deliveries are usually fast and punctual, which makes online shopping even more convenient. Question 4. How common are shopping centers in your country? Model answer. Band 6 answer. Shopping centers are very common in my country. There are malls in almost every city, and many people go there on weekends. Band 7 answer. Shopping centers are quite common, especially in big cities. In Japan, many stations have malls nearby, so it's very convenient. People often go there to shop, eat, or just spend time with friends. Band 8 answer. Shopping centers are extremely common in Japan, especially around train stations in urban areas. They're designed not just for shopping but also for socializing and dining. For example, places like Shibuya or Yokohama have malls connected directly to stations, so they become part of people's daily routines rather than just weekend destinations. IELTS Speaking Part 2. Patience. Describe a time when you make a decision that took time. You should say, when did it happen? What are you waiting for? Why did you make the decision? And explain how you felt while waiting. You have 1 minute to prepare. You have 2 minutes to talk. Band 6 Answer. A few years ago, I had to make a big decision about studying abroad. I was in university at that time, and I wanted to improve my English, but I wasn't sure if I could really live in another country. It took me a few months to decide. While I was waiting for the result of my application, I felt very nervous. I checked my email every day and kept thinking about what would happen if I didn't get accepted. I also talked to my parents about it because I needed their support. Finally, when I got the offer, I felt very happy and relieved. Even though it took me a long time to decide, I think it was worth it because studying abroad changed my life and made me more independent. Band 7 Answer. A few years ago, I had to make a difficult decision about whether to study abroad or stay in Japan. I was in my 3rd year of university, and I really wanted to experience life in another country. However, I was worried about the cost and about being away from my family for a long time, so it took me several months to make up my mind. During that time, I did some research about scholarships and talked with my professors and friends who had studied overseas. They told me about the challenges but also how much they learned from it. I thought about it a lot every day and even made a list of pros and cons. When I finally decided to apply, I had to wait for almost 2 months for the result. It was a stressful time because I didn't know if I made the right choice. I kept checking my email and imagining what my life would be like abroad. In the end, when I received the acceptance letter, I felt a huge sense of relief and excitement. Looking back, I think taking time to decide helped me understand what I really wanted for my future. Band 8 answer. About 3 years ago, I had to make a life-changing decision about studying abroad. At that time, I was studying at a university in Japan and had always dreamed of improving my English and experiencing a different culture. However, I was quite hesitant because it meant leaving my comfort zone and using a lot of savings. I spent nearly 3 months thinking about it carefully. I researched different programs, compared living costs, and talked with professors who had international experience. My parents were also worried, so I tried to convince them that studying abroad would be valuable for my future career. The process of gathering information took time, but it helped me feel more confident about my choice. After submitting my application, I had to wait for the result for several weeks. That period felt much longer than it actually was. Every day, I kept wondering whether I would be accepted, and sometimes I doubted if I was good enough to go. When I finally got the acceptance letter, I felt an incredible mix of relief, excitement, and gratitude. It was like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. In the end, I realized that taking time to make an important decision is not a waste, it's actually part of understanding yourself better. That experience taught me to be patient and to trust the process, which has helped me make other big choices in life as well. IELTS Speaking Part 3. Patience. Question 1. What do people in your country often do while waiting? Model answer. Band 6 answer. In my country, people usually use their phones while waiting. For example, when they wait for trains or buses, they often check social media or watch short videos. Some people also listen to music or play games to kill time. In Japan, trains are usually on time, but people still need to wait for a few minutes. Many just stand quietly and scroll through their phones. It's a normal part of daily life. I think using the phone helps people relax and makes waiting feel shorter. Band 7 answer. In Japan, people often use their phones when waiting, but some also enjoy reading or just observing others around them. For instance, at train stations, it's common to see commuters reading e-books or browsing news articles. Many Japanese people don't like wasting time, so they try to make waiting productive. Some reply to emails, check schedules, or review study materials while waiting. I think this habit reflects the Japanese sense of punctuality and efficiency. Even when they wait, they want to use their time meaningfully. Band 8 answer. In Japan, people often engage in quiet, individual activities while waiting, such as using smartphones, reading, or listening to podcasts. For example, it's common to see commuters reading e-books or studying languages on their phones while waiting for the train. This behavior reflects Japan's cultural emphasis on self-discipline and respect for others. Since making noise in public is considered impolite, people usually keep themselves occupied silently. Interestingly, waiting time has also become an opportunity for self-improvement. Some people use it to practice mindfulness or to review their goals for the day. In that sense, waiting isn't wasted time, it's part of Japan's rhythm of daily life. Question 2. Why do some people like a slow-paced life? Model answer. Band 6 answer. Some people like a slow life because it is relaxing. They don't want to feel stressed every day. For example, some people move to the countryside to enjoy nature and have more free time. In Japan, city life can be very busy, so some people prefer living in smaller towns where they can take things easy. I think a slow-paced life helps people stay healthy and happy. Band 7 answer. Many people like a slow-paced life because they want to balance work and personal time. Life in big cities can be stressful, so slowing down helps them enjoy simple things like cooking, walking, or spending time with family. In Japan, there's even a trend called slow living, where people move to rural areas and focus on local food and community life. It gives them a sense of peace and purpose. I think this kind of lifestyle helps people avoid burnout and appreciate daily moments more deeply. Band 8 answer. Some people prefer a slow-paced life because they value quality over quantity. They want to live mindfully, without being controlled by work pressure or social expectations. In Japan, this lifestyle is becoming more popular, especially among young adults who are tired of the salaryman culture. A slow life allows people to focus on health, creativity, and emotional well-being. For example, some people move to smaller towns in places like Kyoto or Nagano to start small businesses, grow vegetables, or make traditional crafts. Personally, I think a slow pace encourages reflection and gratitude, which are essential for long-term happiness. It's not about doing less, but about living more intentionally. Question 3. Is being patient suitable for people? Why? Model answer. Band 6 answer. Yes, being patient is important. It helps people avoid stress and make better decisions. For example, if you are patient when studying or working, you can finish things more carefully. In Japan, people often wait politely in lines, and I think that shows their patience. It makes society more peaceful. Band 7 answer. I believe patience is very important because it helps people deal with challenges calmly. When you rush, you often make mistakes. Being patient allows you to think clearly and make wiser choices. In Japan, patience is considered a virtue. For example, people wait quietly in long lines or during public transport delays. This attitude keeps public spaces organized and harmonious. However, I think it's also important to know when not to wait too long. Sometimes, taking quick action is necessary. Band 8 answer. Patience is absolutely suitable and valuable in modern life. It not only helps people manage stress but also improves emotional intelligence. When you stay calm instead of reacting immediately, you can understand situations better and build stronger relationships. In Japanese culture, patience, known as gammon, is a deeply respected value. People are taught from childhood to endure difficulties quietly and stay considerate of others. This mindset has contributed to Japan's polite and cooperative society. Still, patience should be balanced with assertiveness. Waiting endlessly without action can also lead to missed opportunities. So true patience means knowing when to wait and when to act. Question 4. On what occasions do people have to wait every day? Model answer. Band 6 answer. People usually have to wait for transportation, like trains or buses. They also wait in lines at stores or restaurants. In big cities, people sometimes wait for elevators or traffic lights too. In Japan, even though everything is efficient, people still wait for services during busy hours. Band 7 answer. There are many situations when people have to wait daily, such as at train stations, supermarkets, or hospitals. Even in Japan, where systems are efficient, you still need to queue during rush hours or special sales. People also wait for online deliveries or customer service calls. It's just part of modern life. I think learning to wait calmly helps people manage their day better and stay positive, especially in crowded cities. Band 8 answer. People encounter waiting in many everyday situations, whether it's commuting, queuing at convenience stores, or waiting for appointments and online deliveries. In Japan, punctuality is highly valued, yet waiting is still unavoidable. For instance, trains may be slightly delayed during peak hours, and people patiently form lines rather than pushing ahead. Waiting also happens in digital spaces, like refreshing a website for ticket sales or waiting for a reply to an important email. These moments test our patience in subtle ways. Overall, waiting is part of human rhythm. It teaches us acceptance and self-control, which are essential in maintaining emotional balance in today's fast-paced society.
Congrats on making it to the end of this video, and kudos to you if you did all that practice. You are amazing. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. And you can also add my official LINE account that's in the profile. And if you do this, then I can send you a free phrases guide that you can use for your practice. All right, happy studying. See ya.